lollygaggers.
Bunch of lollygaggers. You lollygag around the infield. You lollygag down to first base. You lollygag into the batter's box. You lollygag out of the outfield. What does that make us, Bart? Lollygaggers. What's our record, Tom? 8-17. 8-17. How did we ever win it? It's a miracle. Anyway, segment 2, IDD, all things greatness. The redoubtable one himself, Tom is the highly questionable Andre Miliaccio. We have a conundrum, boys and girls, because I never thought I'd say this, given what the hell happened in the offseason. But the Red Sox and the Mets have the same fucking record. I never thought.
That's right.
I never thought I'd see this. And as mad as I am at the Red Sox, to his point, they are in the best fucking division in baseball. If they're in any other division, they're probably 10 games over 500. They probably are. But with our luck, they're in this fucking division. And the Mets, who on paper are probably the most talented team in baseball, if they're not 1, they're 1A. I'll say they're not lower than 2. But yet they start to pick it up, and then the manager steps in. And Tom can elaborate this further, but I've been watching this because he brought up the first time. I thought he was not exaggerating.
I've been bringing.
He's been bringing it up for a while, and finally it caught my attention. I'm like, I watched one of these games. I'm like, what? And I asked myself 4 or 5 times in that game, what the fuck is he doing, and why? And I didn't understand it. But this is the shit he's been talking about pretty much since the season started. So they're 30-30. They're 5.5, but they're 5.5 back. They're not out of it by no means. The Red Sox are 12 back. They're not catching these guys. But
they're still in it for a while.
They are. And this is where I'm curious.
I don't think the Mets are catching the Braves.
No, they probably won't. But the Mets are still in it too for a while. So they're both in striking distance after 60 games, which, given how bad they're playing, he should be thankful. And given that my team wasn't supposed to do anything, I can't believe they're 500. I think they'd be 500 all season.
Well, see.
So I should be more positive about this.
Exactly. This is why it's way worse for the Mets.
Yeah.
Because you know, the Red Sox let probably one of the best shortstops, one of the best 3 shortstops in the game,
best leadoff hitter in the game leave. He walked for nothing.
Okay.
It's like when the Pats let Brady walk. Although Brady's greater than this guy.
Well, I'm talking about Bogarts.
Mookie Betts. Well, Betts
I'm talking
too.
about,
Well,
but
twice.
I'm talking about, well, yes. But Bogart's not as good as Betts.
No.
But still, a really good player.
Yes.
They let him walk, okay, a couple years after letting Mookie Betts walk, and they're 30-30.
And the closer.
And the closer, Kimbrel gone.
Kimbrel, who had like 44 saves. Oh, yeah, we can replace that. They haven't replaced it yet.
Thankfully,
in 4 years.
They signed Devers.
Yeah.
And maybe they chose right on that. We'll see.
We'll see.
Because now Bogarts is out in San Diego, and they're not doing shit. I don't know what Bogarts is doing.
Yeah, we can look that up. Yeah. But anyway,
I mean, the fact that they unloaded like that, the Mets just bought everything.
The Mets loaded up.
The Mets loaded up.
The Mets were like 101 wins, not good enough. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. And if you watch these two teams play, the Mets don't look much better than the Red Sox.
I think he would agree Cora is a better manager than Buck Showalter is. Cora's won a World Series ring. Showalter has not.
Okay? Yeah, it would seem like that.
2 years ago, the Red Sox somehow got to the ALCS, and they had not one ace in the starting lineup. They had the best middle relief I've ever seen. They would win games like 7-5.
But wasn't that when he was doing the drum?
The whatever that thing was.
The trash can?
The trash can, yeah.
He won both times with the trash can, right?
I know, yeah.
Didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And
you think there's anything to be said for that?
I don't know, but I know this. He's a very good manager. He is.
I don't know. He was a good player. He was one of those players you were like,
he knew how to play.
That guy's going to be a coach.
Yeah, he knew how to play.
Yeah.
He was smart. He was a smart player. And he got them every ounce out of his talent, but he always had his
Him and his
wits
brother
about him.
are like that.
Yeah. So, and he's won a World Series as manager in Boston, and he took that team that shouldn't have been even in the playoffs to the ALCS 2 years ago. So last year 3 years ago. Last year they nosedived or whatever, but they got weaker on paper apparently, but they're somehow at 500. I guess I shouldn't be mad. I didn't think they win 30 games all season.
Let J.D. Davis go. Yeah. Not J.D. Davis. J.D. Martinez.
Yeah, let him go. He's a hell of a player. Let him go. Didn't replace him.
Bogarts,
him,
Martinez,
the
and
core.
they're
the only guy left. The only guy left in the World Series is Chris Sale and this kid, Devers. That's it. So, and why they were so young and talented? These guys aren't even in their primes yet. You had a budding dynasty and you let them all go.
What the heck happened?
The owner fucking took his foot off. He went to go he bought the soccer team in that Premier League, which is big. These guys.
That's Bogarts, Devers.
Yeah, and he's paying those guys and not paying these guys.
You talk about like a core 3 or a core 4? That three right there.
Yeah, they were the best. That quartet. They were young. They were already a champion. They weren't going anywhere. Like why on earth would you build around that? You don't blow it up. You build around it.
Devers wasn't there for that, was he?
Yeah, he was.
He was there for the World Series.
He's the last one. He's the last.
So
That was his rookie year. He was younger than the rest of them. The bottom line is he's part of that core, and he's the only one left from that core. And all came down to
one from that core.
No, Betts.
Oh yeah.
Mookie Betts is.
No, you're right. You're
Mookie
right.
Betts
Sorry.
is a budding Hall of Famer. Devers could be. You never know. He has a couple of years ago last year.
Well, I was thinking. I think Devers over Bogarts.
Devers is better than Bogarts. But Bogarts was good. To your point.
But Betts defensively. And how he run. Running
best leadoff hitter in baseball.
Power, average.
Best leadoff hitter in baseball. You don't let that guy walk. You let the closer Kimbrel walk. 44 saves. You haven't replaced that yet. But yet, you're in a division that is historically good right now.
What's up with their pitching, though? They got to get their pitching straight.
Well, Sale was pitching very well. He had 6 great starts in a row, and then his shoulder. How bad? It's not serious, I think, but they're going to put him on the 15 DL, which you should be smart with this, because he gets hurt taking a shower.
So did that Sale contract, cripple them?
No.
No?
No. This guy's got money falling.
Right, they're rich enough to
he
absorb
owns,
that, right?
He owns 2 multi-billionaire franchises. Money is not this guy's problem in life.
He owns a soccer franchise, right?
In the Premier League.
Yeah.
They pay those guys more than they pay Major League Baseball players, for Christ's sake. Joel was right about that.
By a long
He owns one of those teams.
Well,
and the problem is he's paying all them, and he's letting guys like Woodred, that list, walk out the door. Because he's like, we won 4 World Series. I'm trying to get this team back to promise. No. You don't, no. Fucking no. Okay? This is not the Florida fucking Marlins. This is not. No! Just fucking no! Okay? No. Okay?
That was good.
No fucking way. Okay? You sit there and you think to yourself, I'm the owner of the Boston fucking Red Sox. My rival has got 27 fucking world championships and 86 years of their foot up our ass. And if you think 4 championships is gonna even that off, oh no. No.
It's a good point.
Not ever. No. Not ever. Not fucking ever.
Unless the Red Sox go for 86 years just destroying the Yankees.
Fine, but that didn't happen.
That'll be the only thing that ever.
We started the Yankee dynasty and we gave them Babe Ruth for a bag of balls. The dumbest trade in the history of professional sports still was the Boston Red Sox giving Babe Ruth to the Yankees. And people still talk about that. Okay.
Maybe we'll be able to swing a trade for Aaron Judge and it'll start all over again. Reverse.
He should have just kept the core together.
Yeah.
That's what he should have done. They were young. They were talented. They were already a champion. You're talking, they could have pulled off a Yankees 5 World Series in 10 years. They had that kind of talent.
Needed some pitching.
That is, show up the pitching. What the fuck? You've got the money. This isn't about money. Okay.
They're also a good organization that develops players, too.
And that fan base is right there with every great fan base that ever lived. They're right there. You got a top. They'll if you're good, they will come. It doesn't rain, snows, doesn't fucking matter. That fan base will stick by you through everything. And for him to treat them like that and just fall asleep at the wheel, no way. No. And if you're gonna do that, sell the fucking team. If you're more concerned with your fucking soccer team, don't ever fucking tell an American baseball fan about fucking soccer and how you're losing right now because a soccer team is getting your guys' money. That you think that's sitting well in Boston right now? Hell fucking no. No fucking way is a Boston Red Sox fan that knows what's going on right now. They know what's going on. We lost all those guys. He's putting all the money in that fucking soccer team. That's the fucking truth, and everybody knows it. Okay? You think that's sitting well with Boston fans? Oh, they're fucking stewing. They're fucking stewing. If they get their hands around this guy's neck, they'd fucking kill him. Okay? For this. Because honestly, that's all it is. The money's being allocated to a soccer team in another country, on another continent. Over what? Who? Not, and I'm spending what for? Do you know what a ticket costs at Fenway fucking Park? No. $500 fucking bucks.
No way.
Yeah. You want to bet? I'll show you the fucking
$500?
Yeah.
For a shit seat?
For a regular season fucking ticket. If you're sitting behind the dugout, those are $500,000 seats.
$500,000?
Behind home plate, rather. No, $500 to $1,000 a ticket. If you're behind home plate. Yankee
to
Stadium.
watch a mediocre team.
Yankee Stadium is the only other place where the tickets are like that. That's the product you have. And those people, you know, first of all, they're rich. They have that kind of money. They know what the fuck you're doing. You think this is sitting well with them right now? No fucking way. No. From those people to the fucking guy who gets up in the bleachers and is drunk by the third inning because he was drinking before the game started. That guy too. They all know. They all fucking know. And they're like, in Boston, people are like that. I'm not spending my money on this. I can spend I'm like, what? To come and watch this shit? No. Last year, it was very empty in that stadium after the 4th of July.
Yeah.
And for Boston, no. And they were in it until the last 2 months of the season. And they nosedived. But they were in it, and that stadium was half empty because they knew.
All right, so now let's look at it from the Mets.
Yes.
vantage
Who
point.
your owner did everything.
Spent all the money.
Yeah, he did everything our owner won't do.
And
okay.
And yet the team is just fucking stuck in the mud the whole season.
Now you've been bringing this up, so I'm going to give you the floor because you were right about this 100%. I think I've watched the last couple of games and seen what he's talking about. He nailed it 2 months ago when he started talking about it. I thought he was over. It was too early, but it's been consistently that way for 60 fucking games now. So
You're talking about Buck
Showalter's managing.
He's had a brutal year.
And
brutal.
you probably off the top of your head can tell me every fucking thing that where the signs were for this. But having watched the last 2 or 3 games myself, yep.
What games did you watch?
The last series that they just played.
Blue Jays?
Yeah, I have the baseball ticket.
Oh, yeah?
I went over it. And I didn't see all of every game, but I saw probably 3 or 4 innings of each game.
Okay.
And there was just I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't get it. What the situation was, whether they were on offense or defense, just he would make a decision why. He did it 3 or 4 times. And I'm just like, why the fuck is he doing that? I don't get it. And I'm not saying everything blew up in his face, but a lot of the stuff he's doing is questionable.
A lot of shit.
A lot of it is
blows
questionable.
Up in his face.
Yeah. I mean, some of these things didn't, but they were still weird. Like, why are you doing that? What's the need for that right now? I don't get it.
So here's the thing that I noticed the most is sitting the core players.
That's the one he really
after
got.
Winning a couple games.
That's the one he really nailed.
I mean, he's doing it consistently.
Yes.
They get on it. They they play a couple games where they look really good, and then he sits somebody down that's hot. I'm trying
to remember who the guy was.
He sat Nimmo down one day, or he put Nimmo at DH. He's allowing Daniel Vogelback to take all these freaking DH spots. It's lefty, right.
He was in there all weekend.
Vogelback.
Yeah.
Well, Vientos played.
But did he play in all 3 games? I think he did.
No, he didn't. I think Vogelback played
2
1?
Out of
3, maybe.
2 of the 3?
Yeah.
Oh, he finally took him out for sucking?
The sad thing is, on Saturday, he's the one that drove in the only run.
Should have taken him out before that happened. No, but it seems like, and I don't want to go this far with this, but in my head, I'm like, it's almost like he's trying to lose.
Sometimes it feels.
It seems like he's trying to lose. I'm
based
like,
on the lineups he throws out there.
I don't get. Yeah, I'm like, what are you?
And it's just like, dude, you know what the lineup should look like.
It's not just the averages; it's some of the pitching matchup against it.
No, you've got to understand who are my 9 best fucking hitters.
Yeah,
you know who your 9 best hitters are. You're not going to sit a hitter for a lesser hitter because you're looking and go, oh no, he likes the soft stuff. He hits the outside corner well. We're gonna put Tommy Pham in there for your center fielder. No, play your 9 best fucking players in your lineup.
So for example,
stop bullshitting. Francisco Alvarez is better than your backup catcher. Brett Beatty is better than your backup third baseman. Jeff McNeil should be playing the outfield, and you call up Ronnie Mauricio and stop the bullshit.
Yeah. So just yesterday, they lose 6-4 to the Blue Jays. They're down
4-0.
4-0, and come back and tie this game in the 6th inning. And then
instantly, we bring in a guy from the bullpen who belongs in the minor leagues.
Yeah, Leone. Yeah.
And boom, 2-run homer.
Literally, he threw 18 pitches, 2 hits, 2 earned runs. He actually got an out, I guess. 1 out somehow. But he blew he ended it for him.
Yeah.
And then you look at offensively, 7 hits.
Nothing. Dude,
7
look at the
hits.
2 games before that.
So, I know.
7 hits. They hit 4 solo home runs in that game.
The guy who started has a 4.4 ERA.
Right.
He's not that dude.
No.
He's not. He's the 4th or 5th starter.
They make pitchers look good.
This dude 4.4 and he 5. Listen to his stat line: 5 innings, 8 Ks, 2 earned runs, 4 hits. Guy had a 4.4 something ERA coming into this.
Right.
Like, give me a break.
Dude, but you know what our starter gave us yesterday? 2 innings.
2 innings.
2 1/3, 5 walks, I think.
He had 3 Ks, 3 earned runs, 4 hits.
How many walks?
I don't know how many walks he had. Hold on, let me see. They show the whole.
It's a ridiculous amount of walks for 2 1/3.
Let me see. Balls and strikes. Let's see how many
It was
walks.
Kodai Senga.
Was it that who it was?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
You can't find his walks?
I'm trying to find him. I don't have. They're not showing it. They just show that he went innings pitched, earned run, Ks, and his ERA at the end of it.
Click on advanced.
If I go to, let me try this. It was Leone, right? Yeah.
No, Senga.
Oh, Senga.
Senga was their starter yesterday.
Oh,
He gave him like 2 1/3.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Him, Senga. Let me look up. Where is Senga?
2 2/3.
2 and what says? Yeah, 2 2/3. Hold on, Senga. He's 5-3 now. ERA 3.75. In this, hold on, here it was. He had 5 walks.
5 walks and 2
5 walks in
innings.
2 2/3 innings.
You can't do that.
That's disgusting, boys and girls.
And the day
That's
before, Tyler McGill had 5 walks in 5 innings.
That's
It's
10.
like that's too many damn
That's
walks.
10 walks from your starting pitchers.
You're
It's
just
like a
putting-
walk per inning.
Yeah,
Literally.
exactly. That's when you have pitchers who have a whip of almost 2. Do you know what whip is?
I forget what
It's
meant.
walks and hits per innings pitched.
Walks whip.
So if your whip is like 1.8, that means every inning there's 2 people on base. Almost.
Yeah, almost 2 people. One in 4, 3, 4.
So
4
the closer you get up to that 2, the worse your
the
staff
worse your
is.
staff is. Yeah.
And
And,
it's
the
like-
Mets are dancing in it right now.
Yeah, because
dancing in it.
there's just so many opportunities for the other team to try to score because you just let
And,
too many people
you know,
on.
When your offense, and again, you fuck with the lineup, 7 hits on a guy with a 4 something ERA, 4.7. What do you had coming into the game? You should light that guy up.
To me, it feels like nobody on the team knows their role.
That's what I'm saying. He's fucking them up.
Nobody on the team knows the
His
role.
decisions are fucking. They look confused.
You should have a leadoff hitter,
They don't
a
know
2-hitter,
what-
a 3-hitter. Everybody should know their fucking role, and the bench people should know their role as well. And it shouldn't be a secret.
No.
It shouldn't be this constant power struggle that it feels like it is.
Yeah, I agree. And they look flustered out there.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, they do. And then when something, it's like.
It's
And
frustrating.
I don't remember who it was, but something happened in that game the other day, and the guy looked back at the dugout, like, "Well, what do we do?" What do we,
Really?
Yeah, I forget who it was, but it was they were in the field. The Mets were, and I forget what happened. But he looked back at the dugout with this look on his face that,
Like he was
and I don't know
mad?
why the camera went to him for. He didn't make a mistake or anything, but for some reason they show he's just staring at the outfield with this look like, well, what now? Like, what do we do? Like, it was weird. It was weird. I haven't seen that. I can't remember last time I saw that from a professional athlete in any of the 4 major
Who
sports.
was it?
I don't remember his name. Let me look.
This mystery look into the dugout.
He was in the infield.
Fucker.
Shortstop, I think.
Lindor.
Who was it?
You talking about Lindor?
Maybe it's him. Maybe I have to see his face. But
Well,
anyway,
he's been getting booed, and they've been
But-
asking him about it.
have they? Wow. The look he gave the dugout, I don't know, again, it was just kind of like this weird, like, well, what now? Like, it was weird.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I saw a pro athlete do that. I don't know if I've ever seen a pro athlete do that.
Maybe he's looking at Buck like, "Hey, motherfucker,
Yeah.
what do you want?"
It was weird. Yeah. Like, and
Lindor had a good response to a question the other day. I thought you'd respect this response.
what was the question?
So they were like, I think they asked him like, "How do you block out the booze?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "I don't want to block him out." He's like, "I want to hear him." He's like, "I'm frustrated too."
He likes the fact that the fans care. To him, that means they care.
Yeah. Well, he's
if
like,
they're not saying nothing, it
he's
means they
like, "I don't
give a
want to
shit."
block the booze out. I want to fucking play better."
Yeah.
To block the booze
Block the
out.
booze out. That's why he's going to block the booze out anyway. So he knows that. So
But I think that's a pretty competitive way to look at it.
that is that's the right way to look at it.
Well, I don't know if there's right, wrong, but
You
probably a healthier way to look at it.
First of all, this whole thing is about competition. That's reeks of competition.
Yeah, it does.
A guy who's competitive. I want competitive guys. Yeah. Like when the guy, the Denver coach last night went after the fucking Nuggets for letting up. Where was the effort? Yeah. You're in the fucking NBA Finals. What the fuck? Right. And this guy is that's where his mindset is. Yeah, fucking I want to hear the boo. Stop playing better. Fucking right. Yeah. He's not like, the fans are over. He didn't say that. He said, no, they're fucking right. He's the kind of guy you want in New York.
So it's weird, though, okay, because a couple years ago, it was a couple years ago. 2 years ago, they traded for Javi Baez late in the season.
Yeah.
And the Mets just kind of fell off. It was that first year that Cohen was there and they were all together.
Yeah.
They traded for Javi Baez, and they kind of fell off a cliff. And the fans turned on them. Yeah. Went from loving them to hating them.
Adoration to...
I mean, just... Oh, yeah, just terrible the way these Northeast fans do it. You know how we do it.
We are brutal.
And sometimes it's not fair.
We are brutal.
I
will... I hope you're all sitting down in America. I have taken it too far before.
Sometimes it's not fair.
I've taken it too far.
So
multiple times.
Right. So this
on this show.
So basically...
in the last week.
So look, on this show, definitely. On this one, yes. Okay.
I've blown a gasket.
But listen. So,
but you've done it too.
I'm not saying I haven't.
You've done it too.
When I say Northeast fans, I'm including myself. I'm including myself.
Yeah.
Now, I typically hold those types of outbursts for my own home. Okay? But that doesn't mean they don't happen. Actually, right?
Isn't this the best place though to let that out? Because then you don't take it out on your family.
I'm embarrassed.
Why? You're a real fan. You think you're the only one?
No, obviously not. No, because I hear the things you say.
We're the majority. You think we're the only fans that think like this?
I don't think all.
The diehard Mets fans like you, they're just like you. When they get mad, they get venomous. Just like I do and my fan base, because they care, they have passion. You have so much passion for that team.
There's a lot of people that don't really care.
But there's a lot of people that do.
Yeah.
That's why you have these. You go into a chat room, and we've all seen this. And somebody says something that irks the other side, and they all come from everywhere. They go tooth and nail. Now there's 75 comments. Nobody's resolved the issue yet. It's just going back and forth. They just go, no, he's right. No, he's wrong. Fuck you. And literally, you know what I'm talking. You've seen this.
Yeah, I don't.
You've seen this. I do. It's fucking hysterical.
It's terrible.
It's fucking no, but that just
garbage.
It's. I'll tell you why.
It's garbage.
Trash.
It's fucking merda. It's fucking merda.
Disgraceful.
Oh man, it's
you also be ashamed of yourself. You also be ashamed of yourself.
It's obscene.
You call yourself adults.
Shameless.
As he's throwing shit.
I'm fucking. I am. Better.
I've done it.
I am better than a Twitter thread. I am better than an argument on a Twitter thread. Okay. That's terrible. The shit people talk to each other online is ridiculous.
What I'm saying
but it's easy to get trapped in that.
All I'm saying is, though...
I got thrown out of my Mets group. By that loser. By that fucking loser, Bill Rennie. God damn.
And he is a fucking loser. Because he doesn't have the passion you have. And he looks at you like you're crazy. Like, fuck you jerk. Get the fuck out of here.
Here's my thing. I didn't even show the real fucking me in that group.
I know.
I was tame.
He has no idea.
I said shit like, oh, good pitching change, Buck. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even get mad.
Guy gets up his fifth walk. He's like, oh bully.
Like I put an LOL. I put LOL when they fucking fucked it up, and I get fucking thrown out. Like I was putting the tamest bullshit ever.
You're becoming more like me now. Instead of getting mad at, he laughs at it.
No, but what I'm saying is, I wanted to. Like, on the inside, I was going, how could you motherfuckers do this? But on the outside, I was like, oh, LOL to the group. And, like, shit.
You got thrown out for that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's pathetic.
That's not what I really did.
That's pathetic.
But I'm saying it was little like that.
It wasn't. It little. It wasn't even grounds for a warning, let alone getting thrown out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, the guy's a pussy. Fucking, when you're doing that, you don't call yourself a man. You're not a man. You're a sample. You're a fucking sample. Because no man loses his shit over stuff like that.
It's just corny.
It's so bush league. It's like, really? You call yourself a guy, an adult? Like
a person.
Yeah, like who the fuck? Seriously, get off your fucking high horse. Anyway, but
What did you say to me?
what I'm saying, my point is that we're not
You're
the minority.
right.
We are not the minority.
Maybe you're right.
We're not. I've been around, and so have you, a room full of people like this. You've been in a room full of people like this for a sporting event. Don't lie. You have been. Whether it's a bar or the fan, and they're all fucking venomous at the end. You've been in a room like that. Don't tell me you haven't. You have. You have. We all have. Which tells me we're not the only ones, nut jobs like this.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a fan experience that I had.
Mm-hmm.
I was at a Buffalo Wild Wings when the Giants lost to the Eagles on that last second Deshaun Jackson
Oh my God.
punt return.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I still don't.
That was the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Okay, because when the Giants were up for the entire game,
The whole game.
all the Giants fans were like, oh shit, we're fucking them up. And
Yeah.
then fourth quarter, Vic was like, no, we'll go ahead and score like three touchdowns.
Three
on
straight
your
touchdowns.
ass.
Yeah, it was something like 3 touchdowns.
And then Deshaun Jackson will fucking take a punt back with 2
that
seconds.
was terrible.
Ugh.
Oh, worst
I
ways
felt
to
the
lose.
energy in there. The way it flipped and the Philly fans were just like, y'all fucking suck. And just shitted on us. And we couldn't say anything.
Nope.
Because the Giants pooped the bed.
Poop, 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 poop,
Poop,
poop,
poop,
poop,
poop,
poop,
poop, poop, poop. Poop, poop, poop,
poop,
poop,
poop, poop. You poop, I poop, poop. He poops, they poop.
Punted it right down the
Oh
middle.
my God.
Actually, I think Deshaun Jackson might have bobbled that.
It was
punt.
Deshaun fucking Jackson.
He bobbled that.
He's one of the best punt returners of his
Kick the bitch out of
generation.
bounds.
You kick it up. You
Kick
give this
it
guy
out
a
of
chance
bounds.
to, because he's going to rub it into the salt in the wound if he gets a chance. Why would you give that asshole a chance?
No clue.
Punt it 40 yards, 50 yards out of bounds and call
Give
it a
them
day.
one play.
Yeah, don't
Give them
dare.
one play and just back everybody up.
Don't you dare fucking. It's the dumbest of the. It's
And
like
I think
it's
it was
a-
one of those where he juggled it and it bounced. So like
never-
everybody was overcommitted and he just
It was like when Bill Parcells kicked to fucking Desmond Howard in the Super Bowl. The Pats had just cut the lead. Bledsoe
Bill.
goes down.
Hey,
27
Bill.
to 21. There's 8 minutes to go. They're in this game, 6 points. This dickhead decides that all-pro kick returner back there hasn't had a good look yet. We should give him one. That's what it looked like.
Well,
It
you
was
gotta
like-
you gotta entertain the fans. He made the right call. I'm kidding.
Brett Favre wouldn't have won a Super Bowl
I'm
if
kidding.
it wasn't for that fucking moron packing his bags going to the Jets. Fucking dickhead. And I'm glad we won 6 Super Bowls after you fuckstick, because that's what you deserve, Parcells. Fuck you too.
Dude, was he
Asshat.
cooking the meal and shopping for the groceries?
He didn't
for New
draft.
England?
He didn't want Terry Glenn. Glenn won Offensive Rookie of the Year, which means Parcells was wrong on that. Right there. And they went to the Super Bowl because Bledsoe finally had a home run hitter.
But was he shopping and cooking?
He wanted to.
groceries?
He goes, they want you to cook the dinner. That was his fucking quote.
Right, I know,
They
that's
want you to
fucking
cook
right.
the dinner. You're leaving to shop for the groceries. And you want to say to him, Bill,
You ain't been shopping good.
you do plenty of shopping, Bill. Because if you see Bill Parcells, Bill doesn't miss a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
No, don't make fun of the fat guy.
I'm saying he does the shopping. Bill does plenty of shopping.
Right, but you don't want him to do the shopping because apparently he doesn't know what he's doing when he's shopping.
A year before, they were 6-10. He's the one who signed Marion Butts. Marion Butts was the butt end of a lot of jokes in the 1 year. What a bust that was.
Well, I'm sure even
Marion
before
Butts.
even before he was a football player, I'm sure he was the butt of a lot of jokes with that name.
Marion Butts. His fucking
There
butt,
was
the cigarette butt out.
Washington had a
What a bust
Butts.
he was.
Who was?
No, they
Was
had
it
Betts.
Oh yeah, Liddell
They had
Betts.
Liddell Betts.
He was a good runner back.
He was. He was. But in any event, fucking back to the Mets.
How did we get there?
I don't fucking know what got us on this. Oh, we were talking about fan bases. And what I was saying was he shouldn't feel embarrassed because he's got a lot. He's the norm. He's the norm in that fan base, and that's a compliment, by the way. Give me fans that give a shit, not the fucking ones that go, "How dare you? Fuck you, asshole! I spent $250 on a fucking ticket. Yeah, I'll fucking criticize them all I fucking want. Okay, if I'm investing my money in there, I'm going to criticize.
Criticize.
Yes, and if you're, to his point, the highest payroll in the sport, you can't blame this all on the loss of one closer. I don't care who the fucking closer is. I don't care if it's Mariano Rivera. One closer should not, when the rest of the team is as stacked as they are on paper, on both sides, no fucking way.
Their pitching has been shambles. Pitching is shambles.
Yeah. They're nowhere near where they should be pitching-wise, given the talent they have.
Verlander and Scherzer when you pay them $43 million apiece per year, that should be 1-2 or 1-1 actually, 1-1A.
Yeah.
And it's been kind of like 2-3. When you got $86 million locked up into two guys that are not giving anywhere near the top of their shit.
I'm saying they have the criticism is justified, and there's plenty of playing by to go around. I agree with him on the manager, but I don't think it's just the manager. The manager's not out there throwing those fucking grapefruits up there either. That's not on the manager. That's the fucking pitching staff needs to perform better. So I'm not going to pin that one on him. Him is the lineup and all that other shit. That's him.
But see, that's what you can never pin everything on the manager. The manager supplements.
Yeah.
The manager can direct and move a team in the right direction.
At some point, this talent has to show up.
That's true.
Okay,
but
regardless,
he also needs to direct it.
He does. I'm not saying he does. I'm saying
he doesn't get all of it.
That's where he gets the blame.
Exactly,
and it's justified. You're right about that. You were more right than I even thought.
Because you can stifle that.
Yeah.
And to me, he has been stifling his team.
Yeah, he has. He's confused them. He's got them.
There's
that
no
look.
flow. Yeah,
they don't know. They don't know game to game what's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's no pattern. There's no consistency. There's no, and how do you get into a rhythm? To his point, when you're not, because your manager's not consistent.
Yeah.
So yeah, but there's still a shit ton of talent on that team.
So listen to this.
I'm not saying they should be in first place. I think they should be better than their record. I think
yeah.
they should be at least 7 games better than their record right now. 7, I think, is a fair 7. I think
They should be 10 games over 500.
Well, I think 7. Yeah, okay, but I'm saying 7 on the low end. But I think
that's probably fair.
I'm still taking the account they lost their closer, but they still should be 7 games better. Which actually would make them, if you go 7 games, they are. If they're 37,
they'd be 7 over.
They'd be 37 and 24 or 23 if you take 7. So they'd be 14 games over if they have 7 in the win column. Because it's 30 and 30. You take that 7. It goes 37-23. They'd be 14 games over.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. They should be, because they have that kind of talent. The closer is going to cost you. Not having that closer is going to hurt you, but not to this extent.
No, what's killed them is starting pitching.
Yeah, this has got nothing to do with the closer. Yeah. And they're not batting. They're one of the worst offensive teams on paper in the league. They shouldn't have been the best, but they should have been top 15. Top 15, I guess, fair.
I would like to say top 10.
Maybe top 10.
I think in terms of runs scored, they were top 5 last year.
Last year they were. Yeah.
And in my opinion, they're better this year.
They are on paper. They are
in terms of talent.
They are on paper. So yeah.
Now 2 of those improvements are rookies.
Yeah.
So you have to. Yeah. But it's not them that have hurt us. It's the other guys.
Yeah. It's the guys that have been around the block a few times.
Which is like
the guys that are supposed to pull you through.
Should be able to count on you for your average.
They're supposed to pull you through this shit, not be staring there with that glazed look at the manager. That's not what should be happening. So it's a 2-part problem. But clearly the manager is the initiator of it. I agree with that. Because honestly, the team takes on the personality of its coach. That's true in every sport. Yeah. They do. That is fucking true. Trust me on that. So
I hate when you start to get that feeling that everybody is pressing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's actually what they're feeling, but like sometimes when it keeps over and over happening in those spots, like, men in scoring position. And it's like your approach leaves. Yeah. You don't hit the ball the way you normally do.
No, you're trying to get one all in one swing.
Right. It's like
I'm gonna hit this over the fence, no matter what. Even if you're not a home run hitter. It's like so. Yes, I see that. So, but again, they're 5.5 games back, and they're in the wild card race. They're not out of anything.
No, as bad as they've looked,
they're not out of anything.
Okay, as mediocre as they've looked.
Mediocre is the perfect word. That's what they've been. They're mediocre.
They haven't been shit.
No.
They haven't been really good.
They've been streaky. Win 5, lose 4.
No,
lose 4, win 6.
Did they win 5 this year?
They won 5 twice. They won
5?
Twice they've won 5 in a row, and then they followed it up.
The only reason
they followed it up with 4-game losing streaks, whatever it is. They lost 3 in a row now, so that's what they've done.
Yeah, they sweep 3 in a row.
They literally are hit or miss.
Hey, Blue Jays, come on in.
Yeah, and they get swept by them. And look, Toronto's a good team. This wasn't a bad team that did this. Toronto's in the toughest division in baseball.
Friday night, the Mets went 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position.
That's awful.
Come on.
With that kind of
0
talent,
for 11?
yeah, Toronto's not that good of a pitching team.
Fuck.
That's not Toronto's strength.
0 for 11.
0 for 11. With runs scored. That's rough. And that lineup's too good to fucking stink like that. No way. So I get it.
But then it's weird because you look at some of the production numbers. Alonso's got 20 bombs.
Yeah, he's up there.
His RBIs are high.
Yeah.
Lindor's got some home runs and RBIs are up there. But both their averages are low. Lindor's average is like 215.
Yeah, they're not hitting the way they're capable of. The best guy, you're right. Nemo's the best hitter you got at 290. 292.
Yeah.
Nemo's got the OBP 375. Alonso 21 home runs, 47 ribbies.
Right.
But then his average is 241.
And look at Lindor.
I'm sorry, his average is 231.
231. That's
now we talked about this earlier in the year. Where
he's like a 280 hitter.
He's got to be around 280. Yeah, I said 275.
I think he has the talent to hit that. But if he hit 265,
I thought 270 was or 275 was good. But 80,
sure.
I'm
I'm saying if he hit 260, and hit 50 bombs,
what would he have right now if he was hitting 260?
If he hit 260 and hit 50 bombs,
he'd have more RBIs at least.
That would be. Yeah. He doesn't need to hit 275. If he did, that'd be great.
Yeah. But I think he's capable of that.
I think so too. He has the skill to do it, but he gets in ruts, and it's that
he gets impatient.
It's that same personality trait
of like work the count.
Starts squeezing the bat like
he gets mad. Like he pulls a front touchdown. I'm gonna hit the last bucket, and he doesn't do it.
Calm down.
Yeah. And again, that doesn't mean he doesn't care.
That means he's over-caring.
He's over-caring. He's like, dude, take a deep breath.
Right.
Work the count. Stop swinging at the first literally the first fucking, it's like, boom.
But see, that seems to be that personality trait. Yeah. And maybe it's the manager.
Maybe.
Like a big spot comes up and everybody's
I am not disagreeing with that. I when I watched these last two games, that there were scenes, there were things they thought he did. I didn't understand why he was doing. Basic shit. Like, I didn't get it. Like, what's he doing? It was almost deliberate. It seemed like it was deliberate. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
It was like self-sabotage.
Oh, yes. That's what it felt like, and I don't understand that. But again, my mind was already there because he had planted that seed. So when I started to look, I'm like, maybe he...
Right. And see, like, that's the thing. It could just be a narrative, okay?
Yeah.
Because I want something to blame. But I don't know, man.
Whether it's on purpose or not, he's making bad, questionable decisions.
It feels like that.
The only thing he's consistent at is making questionable decisions.
So
that's his consistency.
One of the players said to a reporter, recently Buck called a bunch of us into a room and said, hey, look, a lot of things go into making these lineups. Other people's opinions, my opinions, statistics, a lot of different things. So don't overthink it if you're in the lineup or not in the lineup. Said this to multiple players.
Okay.
I mean, what do you think of that?
A lot of people are having input on these lineups. That is the classic too many roosters in the hen house.
Yeah.
You literally, there should be no more than 3 voices on this, max 3. The manager and his 2 assistants, whichever 2 he confides in. Whether it's a pitching coach or who knows, or Swift Scott. There should be 3 people max, not lots of people. What is lots of people? 7, 8, 10? What the fuck is lots of people mean? Mm-hmm. That's too many roosters in the hen house.
But here's my thing.
Too many. If that's true, that's too many roosters.
But here's my thing. When I think about leadership, okay, why would you go to the person that you're trying to coach and motivate, and help develop, and say, hey, it's really out of my hands?
That's kind of what it sounds like.
It's out of my hands. How about, as a leader, you buy into what you're doing? If ownership or front office are telling you this is how it's going to be, you need to buy the fuck in so that your players can buy in. Because if this is the way you're being required to manage the team, don't pass it off as a bunch of people weigh in on this. No. Okay, tell me why I should then follow you. If I'm sitting on the bench, tell me why.
And I know you're not making the call on this.
Right. Tell me why.
Who is in charge here?
Otherwise,
because clearly it's not you,
motherfuckers.
Yeah, like who are you? Obviously, if you're not making these choices, so and you're not telling me who is.
Right.
So I don't even know who to go to or what the fuck's going on. But technically, it should be.
But it's like, what kind of plan or strategy is that for me to buy into? Okay, so like, you don't really know why I'm in there or not.
I don't know.
And it's like, no.
He really said that?
Well, that's what a player supposedly said.
I am trying to think. Forgive me because I know I'm listening.
But I can see a lot of coaches these days doing that. saying, hey, it's the analytics. No, don't cop out and say it's the analytics. If you're going to manage this team and this team is being directed in the way of analytics, it's your responsibility to understand analytics and be able to communicate that to your people and say, this is why you're not playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
To back off and say,
it's
the analytics say you're out.
the problem with that style of coaching is that every game is different and it takes on a feel of its own. And you need an instinctive manager like an Alex Cora, for example, like Joe Torre, you mentioned him off air. Guys like that who go. Terry Francona was great at this, going with the flow, because they understood momentum. They understood things like, they didn't fuck with it when it was going the right way. It almost seems like he doesn't want it to go the right way.
But see,
it's weird, or at least unless it's his. And that's the thing. I don't understand why he's doing this. It doesn't.
Okay, but maybe it's okay. Let's say it is out of his hands. Okay, let's say it is out of his hands, and basically analytics are driving. So they're putting the names. They're putting the names and the stats in a system.
I might hate that word.
And it's spitting out. It's spitting out a lineup that says, "Hey, against this pitcher with that spin rate and that arc on his curveball, these are the batters that should go 1 through 9." So to me, a team can't get an identity like that. People don't understand where they fit in. If it's being presented to them as, hey, a lot of stuff goes into making this decision. Don't take it personal if you sit. And don't overthink it if you start. No. What?
That makes no sense.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That makes no sense.
That's not how you lead people.
I don't understand that.
Okay, if you work for a corporation...
I've never heard a coach say anything like that.
Think about this. You work for a corporation and you're a people leader, okay? And they come to you with a change, right? And they say, okay, you have to deliver this to your people. Let them know about this change in the organization, okay? And the direction we're moving forward. And we need you to manage those people's emotions and those people's experience through that change, right? That's your responsibility as a leader, okay? So whether you agree with that change or not, you need to figure out a way to deliver this message to your team in a thoughtful manner so that they can process it and move forward and still be successful. Because it doesn't help them to go to them as their leader defeated, like,
and they don't know who their leader is.
I don't really know what we're doing.
They don't know who their leader is.
Well, their leader doesn't have power.
That's what I'm saying. He's not calling the shots.
Right.
Who's this committee?
Yeah. Well, exactly. Who are these decision makers?
Because it's almost like it's set up so that they don't know who to question. Maybe that's by design.
But see, here's my
thing.
thing.
He takes all the bullets for this.
Here's my thing.
If that's the way it is.
If that is the way it's happening.
I wouldn't want to manage under those conditions.
And
me personally, I couldn't do that.
And that's my thing.
Good luck, I'm out of here.
But see, here's my thing. Buck Showalter's the kind of guy, to me, I would think would only have done that if he agreed to do it. Right? Like, I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Buck's the type of guy they can go, hey, this is how we want you to run the team now. I think they must have talked about that in the beginning in terms of, like, how he's going to run the team, right? Maybe the contract wasn't contingent on it.
The only scenarios, I did this, by the way, this is new to me. I didn't know any of this. Okay. But now that you've brought this out in the open, because I didn't hear this press conference. I didn't hear any of these players talk about this. But if that
was a comment I heard said.
Here's the thing.
I don't even know.
If that is how this team is being run, they're doomed.
I agree.
They're fucking doomed. I have seen organizations try and do this before. It never fucking works.
Yeah.
It never fucking works. You can't have too many roosters in the hen house calling shots. Everybody can't have an opinion. You got the manager because he's supposed to know more about baseball than anybody else in the fucking room. That's why he's the manager. And if that's not why he's there, then he shouldn't be the fucking manager in the first place, because that's what you need. You need the guy that knows more about baseball than everybody else in the fucking room in the organization.
Mark Canha put his names on it.
My point is, I've never seen organizations run like this that are successful. And I could be wrong, but I've never seen one.
All right, so here's the quote. So you tell me if it's as bad as I said. Showalter explained that a lot of different things go into how lineups are constructed. Everybody has opinions on who should play and should not play, and just explained to us that it may be different and a lot of thought goes into making a lineup. What?
That is frightening.
Tell me how the fucking lineup is being made.
If I was on that team, that would frighten the shit out of me. Because that could, if he's got 8 people that are making this decision, what if 6 of them don't know shit? And majority rules. That could be the problem. I hope to God I'm wrong, but if that's the fucking case, because again, he says lots of people. What the fuck is lots of people? Lots of people to me is north of 7. That's lots of people. Okay? So if that, and I could be wrong on that, but I mean, don't use the term lots of people. Okay? Because the reality that at the most it should be 3 people. Him and his pitching coach maybe, and one other guy. You know, that's it. 3 people max, not lots of people.
Do you think it should be GM?
No. GM, his job is to get the players that the manager needs to win the style he wants to play. That's the GM supposed to be his job. Now the problem is,
I think that's different in baseball now.
Well, that's part. Well, if that's if that's accurate, your boys are doomed. I'll tell you that right fucking now.
But my thing is like
doomed.
Buck must
That's
have
fucking
agreed.
terrible.
But see, my thing is like Buck must have agreed to this.
Well,
right?
he shouldn't have, because that style of managing and coaching does not win. It does not win. I don't want to hear
There's
about.
no feel for the game. You got to have a blend.
There is no scenario, if you're a contending team, for this style of coaching and decision making. There's no reason for it with this type of a team. If you're at the bottom like the Nationals and you're just fucking trying to find something, I can understand that because you're building up, trying to build something up. You might need a lot of different opinions to get to the right one about how to approach it. These guys are established. They're coming off a 101 win fucking season. The fucking owner went out and said, fuck this, and got everything they needed to fucking win a championship. Just like Brad Stevens and the Celtics did. They are set up to win right fucking now. And one closer shouldn't derail a team like this. And it's not that. And it's not that. And this is a veteran team. They've got some young players, but they got a good mix of mix. They don't need 8 fucking hands in the cookie jar. They need one fucking voice, one guy. And that guy, on paper, has experience to be that guy. So if he agreed to this, he doesn't strike me as the type that would agree to something like this.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. If that almost sounds like they threaten him with his job. Well, if you don't go along, we'll just get a manager that will.
But okay, but
I don't know. I don't know.
I guess to me, I'm trying to understand is like, all right, if they are pressuring him to do this, right, forcing him.
Why would you do
But
that?
like, you're coming off a 101 win season. So
why would the owner let that happen?
Right. So to me, either this is how it's been happening.
Yeah.
Like either they have been having all that input since the beginning,
Yeah.
or they haven't. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they've been inconsistent all season. They win 4, they lose 3. They win 5, they lose 5. It's fucking. That's what they do. Yeah. It's fucking been ridiculous. I mean, I've looked at that's kind of what's been happening, and it's just it doesn't make any sense. A team with this kind of veteran talent, they should not have these lulls, these highs and lows. It shouldn't be this way.
Starting pitching has been bad.
Yeah.
So their starting pitching could not go deep for the first more than month of the season. Bullpen was good.
Yeah.
Starting pitching has started to get back on track, but now the bullpen is shot. So every time the bullpen comes in, shit gets crazy.
Yeah.
Because the bullpen was the only positive side of the team for the first month.
I thought this team should have 37 wins by now. That's what I thought, based on what I've seen, which would make them 37 and 23. I think that's where they should be, and they're not there.
They're not even
They're
close.
not close. And that doesn't make sense. So
weak.
But what he said is making more and more sense by the minute. Just by what I saw, what little I saw of those games, that's what it felt like. And he's been talking about it all fucking season. So I hope to God that that's not accurate, because if it is, they're done. They're not going to. Don't be shocked if they miss the playoffs. That style of organized or running teams don't win. It doesn't win. I've never fucking seen it win. I've always seen it blow up, though. Yep, I've seen it blow up in every fucking sport. Whenever I hear about, well, it's a committee. That's the last fucking thing you want to hear with a professional team, sports team, is, oh, we're ruled by committee here. We've got a guy there, but he answers to this committee. No. That's not what you want. And the Patriots used to be run like that, so that's why part of the reason why they sucked. Yeah. Okay, you need one hand doing everything, and one guy. You got one guy to side. You have to have. It's like a threesome. The quarterback, the manager, and you have to have the QB who's like the coach in the field, the coach who and the GM who runs everything, and then the owner who backs it. That's why the Patriots were the Patriots when they won their dynasty. Before that, they were not run that way. Before Robert Kraft bought that team, that's not how they were run. It was too many. The Sullivans owned them forever. There was 4 fucking sons and the father and the fucking cousin, and every fucking guy with the name Sullivan had a fucking stake in this team, and they were never consistent because of it. Because there was 5 fucking guys here wearing a GM hat, 3 fucking guys who were on fucking ridiculous. The whole fucking and it's a committee. Well, that committee never delivered shit. So there you have it. So, anyway, that's our show for tonight. Because I don't know what else to say about this.
I mean, if it's,
I just hope that's not what's happening because they're fucked. If
why is Buck Showalter their manager?
Why would he agree to that
if they're not using his managerial expertise?
They're not.
But that's what it is. That's assuming if this is what
he's telling the truth.
Which why would he be lying?
Why would he be lying about that? I don't know. But
maybe he's just bad delivering messages because that could be just a bad delivery.
Yeah, if you're
you got to sell it better.
If you're a rookie manager, he's not a rookie.
No,
this ain't his first time having to deliver a message. Come on, he should be smarter than that. So,
and to say that to rookies too.
Yeah, that's no good.
Rookies can't learn like that.
I hope to God somebody in that organization, like the owner, wakes up and realizes what the fuck's happening because that's going to derail this team. If that's true, they're toast.
See, the problem, one thing my
toast.
dad says, Billy Epler is the Mets GM. Like my dad said the other day, he goes, yeah, he's the same guy that built the Los Angeles Angels, who are a overpaid, underachieving team. And I really hope that the fucking Mets don't turn out like that.
Wow.
Now, last year...
They're going on the wrong path right now.
I know, but but they were ascending for the first 2 years.
Yeah.
So the first year, 3/4 of the year, we're in first place, fell off last month and a half. Second year, first place all year long, fell off in September and October.
Yeah.
But now this year,
shit. Yeah, they're not even... They
can't
get out of the driveway.
Yeah,
they can't get out of the driveway.
So, I don't know. Is it like... I don't know. Is it not fair to say Billy Epler sucks? Because, I mean, that's 2 years in a row with progress, and this year is not done yet. So
all I know is that the Red Sox, who are nowhere near as talented as this team, they have one voice.
Same record.
In a much better division.
Yeah. Much better division, much less talent.
If the Red Sox were in any other division, they'd have 37 wins right now, at least. Yeah. They're hitting in 4th in the league, and their pitching is starting to come around, believe it or not. So they're just in the toughest division.
Be the case.
They're just in the toughest division in baseball. But they have one voice, one guy calling the shots in that clubhouse. It's Cora, and that's why. So you hear this shit? It's not. It's the polar opposite of that.
That's so weak.
It's sad. It's terrible. Showalter has the resume and the cachet where he shouldn't put up with that shit. No, we're not doing it that way. No. No, I'm calling the shots. You don't like it, fucking replace me. But I'm not going to be told what to do by guys. Half he never fucking picked up a baseball, except to fucking throw it in a batting cage. So you're going to fucking tell me what's what in the game. And listen, if he should have that attitude. He should have that attitude. Because players will follow that.
Right.
Not there's a lot of hands in the cookie jar.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So to me, you either need to...
Don't overthink it. What the fuck is that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, you have 2 choices.
Does that sound like a guy who's trying to win a World Series?
No. To me, you have 2 choices. You can either say, fuck you, I'm not doing it that way. Or...
I'd respect him for that.
Or you get behind it and you try to understand why that way could work. Those are the only 2...
It's never worked, though.
But I'm saying...
And he knows it.
But to me, the only thing you can't do is give up. If you give up and go, a lot of things, to me, that's giving up.
It's not giving up. If you know the ship is going to sink before it leaves the fucking harbor, you don't get on the fucking boat.
Well, then get out.
He should have left. If that was what they talked about, and he should have been like, I'm not signing off on this. No,
that's my point.
Either I'm calling the shots or I'm out.
That's my point.
You're not going to fucking tell me what's what in this game.
He either needs to do it his way or get out of the way.
Yeah, leave. Because I wouldn't coach, and I wouldn't coach, and I would not coach under those. If I had the principal and the AD and everybody coming down trying to tell me how to coach, fuck out of here. The AD fucking played college lacrosse, but he didn't play basketball in his life. Fuck you.
Here's where I disagree, okay? If I've been with a group of people for a period of time, and I care about those people and I want to accomplish a goal with those people, I could try to find a way to push through and see, hey, can I try to be successful? Rather than just go, fuck it, you're not going to do it my way, I'm out.
You hired me for a reason.
I understand.
You don't hire me to have to come to you every time there's a problem with the team.
I understand.
That's my job.
I understand it's bullshit.
It's total bullshit.
I understand
it doesn't work that way.
But I think
it's not even an ego
throwing
thing.
in the towel is
you can't
worse.
win like that.
But you can.
And then
try.
you know what is going to happen? When they fail, they're going to blame you. You're going to be the first one they fucking blame. When you know that this style doesn't work and you sign off on it, then you know what? You're going to be there taking all the bullets when it fails. And they should be like, no.
I'm saying if you quit, you'll be taking bullets too.
No, when they fail, you won't be. Like, yeah, and then at mid-season when they're Buck, why did you? Well, because these dickheads think that they all fucking know baseball, and what the fuck am I there for? Now the guy that's in there is a fucking yes man. How's it working out for him, boys and girls? How's it fucking working out?
But we don't even know if that's how it is.
If that quote is accurate,
yeah, no, it is. Yeah,
that came from a fucking player. You didn't pull that out of thin air.
I mean, Mark kind of said that.
You didn't pull that out of thin air. So that's what's happening. He should have been gone. He should have resigned. I'm not fucking doing that. This guy just went out and spent all this fucking money, and now no. And that's the problem. Because all these guys are involved with it, they all think because they had decisions in the money, where the money went, they think that they should have a say in how this team is run. No, fucking no.
No way.
No, absolutely not. And that's where Robert Kraft fucked up with Bill Parcells, and he didn't make the same mistake twice with Belichick. He stays out of it.
You have to let each
Now, are there times when you have to help?
do their role.
Yeah. Now, there are times, now, if you look at what Belichick, and again, the whole thing is it worked because of Tom Brady.
Leadership support.
You had the ultimate leader as your quarterback.
Leadership
That's
support
why
should
it
always
worked.
be there.
And Bill Belichick wasn't even going to draft him. So it didn't even work because of Belichick. It was because Brady was Brady. Because Belichick without Brady needs to be checked. That's been established. That's been fucking proven till the cows come home. Okay, without Tom Brady, he doesn't get away with any of this shit. Tom Brady's the fucking GOAT. Tom Brady took that fucking douchebag, what's his name, Arians, and won a Super Bowl with that clown. Okay, that clown's not a fucking Super Bowl anything. The biscuit bullshit. Fuck you and your biscuit stupid. He's a clown. He's a fucking show clown.
I always liked him.
He's a clown. Of course you'd like him. You're a clown. Clowns of a feather stick together. Anyway, the bottom line is, or flock, whatever the fuck.
Look who's talking, bozo.
I'm a shameless clown. I'm a shameless clown. There's a difference. But the bottom line is,
there?
yeah, oh yeah, I'm shameless.
So.
I am. I don't even care. I'm
Clown's
saying,
in your name. You're a clown. Whether it's shameless or non-shameless.
Shameless has a certain
Scum to it.
Yes, an unmitigated.
He's a scummy clown. He's got the cheap cigar.
The guy goes, careful about wrestling with a pig, man.
He's
You
whistling,
both are
he's
gonna
got
get
the
dirty,
cigar.
but the pig likes it. It's like that, dude. It's that dude. You know what I mean? You have to pay. Well, we got to end this segment anyway.
57 minutes in.
Well, we had to talk baseball. You know what? You needed this.
Yeah, I did.
It was therapeutic, I find.
I did. My God. Mets, no joy this year yet. No joy.
If that's where they're going, I would.
No joy
I
so
wouldn't
far with
hold
the
my
Mets.
breath. Training camp is 6 weeks away. That's what we're going to be saying. If that's how they're running.
Oh, man. But I. So, okay.
Training camp is 5 weeks
It's
away.
funny you
boys
say
and
that
girls.
because I'm worried about the Giants right now.
We'll come back in segment 3 and talk about the Giants.
Yeah, right.
Want to bet?
Dude, it's fucking 12:30.
Where do you got to go?
I'm taking my ass to bed. P. Olive's bed.
P. Olives? How about P. Olives segment?
No. It's 12:30 a.m. Are you working tomorrow?
From home.
What time?
10 to 6.
10. That's good.
It's not bad. Solid. And then I'm off on Wednesday. Even better. Yeah. So anyway, since he's not going to do segment 3, we'll be back Wednesday night. And we will talk football because I'm sure what's irking him now will be irking him even more 48 hours from now.
Not irking, but I just have that feeling like, man,
Wow.
We think the Giants are on the rise, but that Met in me wants to, envision their
We'll talk about this Wednesday night because this is going to be a 20-minute discussion easily if we start this right now. And we're already at 59 minutes. We have to close this off. So the redoubtable one, the highly questionable one, we will be talking NFL and what this conundrum is on Wednesday night. Until then, you enjoy the next 2 days. Monday's over. Tuesday beckons.
It's all downhill from here.
See you on Wet My Wish for Wednesday. Wednesday. Until then, boys and girls, stay loose.